Okay, imagine if achieving financial independence felt like unlocking levels in a video game. That's not some wild fantasy, it's exactly how one professor structured his journey from debt to financial freedom. And honestly, this approach might be the key most people are missing. Let me break it down. So, here's the setup. A linguistics PhD from Spain, now teaching in China, decided at 38 to chase financial independence. But instead of staring at the overwhelming, retire early, end goal, he split the journey into 7 stages. Think of it like collecting power-ups in Mario, each level gives you new abilities. But why does this matter? Because the biggest lie we're sold about FI is that you need a Silicon Valley salary. Marquez's story flips that script. His secret: radical simplicity and redefining what enough means. Let's start with debt freedom. Most people gloss over this, right? Like, yeah, debt sucks. But here's what's fascinating: he paid off his student loans once, then refused to touch debt again. Why is that radical? Because we're conditioned to think good debt exists, student loans, mortgages, etc. But mentally, carrying even manageable debt creates a ceiling. You're always calculating, what if? Eliminating that anxiety. That's the first power-up. It's not just about money, it's about psychological runway. Then there's FU money. Love that term. It's not vulgar, it's liberation. 1 year of expenses saved up doesn't just let you quit a job, it lets you renegotiate your entire life. I've seen people dismiss this as too much, but here's the thing: that cushion isn't about luxury. It's about options. If your boss is a tyrant or your industry implodes, you're not trapped. And honestly, most underfund this stage because they underestimate how long a job search actually takes. Now, Coast FI blew my mind. Imagine saving enough that, even if you stop contributing today, compounding alone will get you to retirement. That's like setting your finances on autopilot. But here's the twist: most people wouldn't even realize they've hit this milestone because they're too focused on the final number. This stage is where you reclaim your time. Want to work less? Start a passion project. Coast FI is the green light. Yet, how many of us keep grinding anyway, mistaking momentum for necessity? And then there's Flamingo FI. Halfway to full FI but standing on one leg. That metaphor is everything. You're balancing risk and reward here. It's the phase where you realize financial independence isn't a cliff, you don't suddenly go from working to not. It's a gradient. But this stage also exposes a myth: the traditional 25x expenses rule assumes static spending. Life isn't static. People downsize, relocate, reinvent. Lean FI, where Marquez is now, proves that. He's covering basics with 30% of his income because he lives in subsidized housing in Shenzhen. Wait, doesn't that feel like cheating? No. It's strategy. He's hacked his environment to lower the FI bar, which lets him prioritize security over status. But here's where the narrative gets spicy: fat FI. That's the "I drive a Lamborghini" phase, right? Except Marquez doesn't care. And that's the plot twist. Most FI discourse fixates on accumulation, but his indifference challenges the whole premise. Why chase excess when your 30% income threshold already feels abundant? It's a direct critique of the consumerist lens we often view fire through. His definition of enough isn't just practical, it's philosophical. The deeper takeaway: financial independence isn't a math problem, it's a design problem. Marquez didn't stumble into this. He reverse-engineered his life around milestones that compound freedom, not just wealth. And the real genius: he's teaching personal finance in a system that often punishes oversaving. That irony isn't lost on me. He's both participant and observer in this experiment. So, ask yourself, why do we fixate on end goals when the journey shapes us more? Maybe the answer is that we're scared to redefine success incrementally. But what if we did? What if your first milestone wasn't retire early, but just say no? Let me know in the comments, which of these stages feels most revolutionary to you? And would you ever consider structuring your finances like a video game?